we'll have this discussion.
Discussion? What discussion?
This is a discussion.
Combustion.
Coming to you from Denver, Colorado, this is Discussion Combustion Podcast with your hosts, Kevin Batstone and Arthur Raw.
All right. Welcome back, Discussion Combustion viewers, episode 304. We've got a spicy one here on the Sizzle series rolling on for all the Hell's Kitchen fans out there. Season 24 airing now on Fox. We've got Bradley Wildridge joining us via Zoom right now. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
Yeah, we met through a mutual connection. Our friend Cody, who was on the show via Zoom a few times. He did a grit together here in Denver last year. He reached out and said, hey, man, you got to get my buddy on. And so that's how this came to be. It's great to meet you. You're from Louisiana, is that correct?
Yes. So actually born in Texas, but I spent most of my summers and a lot of my childhood in Louisiana. My mom had me when she was really young. So I was with my grandma a lot. So I was out in Louisiana with my grandma, my great grandma, my aunts, my great aunts. And yeah, just kind of spent a lot of my growing up there. And between Louisiana and Texas, ended up now in California. But I would say I'm from Louisiana. Yes, I am representing.
It's part of the roots.
Yeah,
part of the roots. I mean, it's even in the IG. Bayou. It's a Bayou. How do you say it? Bayou.
Bayou. No, you nailed it the first time. Yeah,
Bayou. I've met a lot of Cajun boys. Some of our best friends are Cajun guys, and there's something about the energy of that state, and it's food centric too. Like there's something about the food there, and so has that like inspired a lot of your like cooking and dishes throughout your careers being a chef, or like where do you kind of find the most of your inspiration for dishes?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's so much heart and soul that goes into Cajun and Creole food, and it's just so soul comforting. And I grew up on it, man. There was never a time that my great grandma wasn't making like plates of beignets, or that my grandma wasn't teaching me how to make a roux, or working on chicken and dumplings, or making gravy from scratch in the morning. You know, it was always something. So my roots are definitely in the like deep South and like Cajun Creole food. And it's just always been a part of my creativity working up to being a professional chef. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I've been kind of craving some grits recently, you know, and just like simple grits, just with like the butter on top with like some simple, like, you know, salt, maybe a tiny bit of pepper. I don't know if you get away with pepper on grits.
Oh, absolutely, man. When I was growing up, my mom is allergic to shellfish and seafood. So I didn't really eat much of it growing up, even though it surrounded me. And I hadn't really tried shrimp and grits until I was like 21, 22. And that was wild to me, man, because all I had before then was just a bowl of grits with butter and salt and pepper on top, you know?
So first time trying shellfish. What were your thoughts? And Kev had the same allergy too.
Yeah, I did. I had a shellfish allergy growing up. I just went back to New England 2 weeks ago and ate all the seafood. It was great. I've outgrown the allergy, so that's the good news.
Well, great. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I wish I had outgrown mine, but I was just told that I couldn't eat it because my mom was allergic to it, so we assumed I was. But
interesting.
The first time I tried it was amazing. Truly. I fell in love with shrimp immediately. Lobster and crab from there was only like, what? So, yeah. And then, I didn't have a crawfish until, probably 22 or 23. So that was pretty wild.
Was your first crawfish experience like the classic Louisiana crawfish boil, going all out, or did you like try it at a restaurant? What was that like?
Oh yeah, it was full on. I actually had like a backyard crawfish boil and did it all myself. And it's the first time ever just kind of holding these little guys and, doing my thing. And I was like, whoa, this is so crazy. I watched this growing up, but now I'm actually doing it. It's I was always told, stay away, you're allergic. And yeah, really weird to kind of be a part of that and then finally actually be able to do it.
Isn't there a specific way that the Louisiana folks do it? Like What do they say? Like twist it, bite the head, suck it or something. What's the proper way?
Oh yeah, you twist and then you suck and then you peel. And you always just crack the head and suck it. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's afraid to do it. You get all those good brain juices and everything. You don't really get a lot of solid, so it's not really that creepy. It's just a lot of flavorful juice, you know? It's less scarier than it sounds.
For some reason, and I don't mind if I catch some flack for saying this, okay? But I think that crawfish boils, first of all, produce a delicious flavor. But when it comes to eating and pleasure out of the eating, like I'm never going to pick to make a crawfish and do it that way because it's like a lot of work. And like you're saying, like you get some juice, there's not that much meat in it. So it's like there is a lot of work. Your hands, like maybe I'm sensitive because my fingers like get really pruny, like from like touching all the wet. They start getting like sensitive fingers from touching so much wet crawfish. But either way, like I'd rather eat the shrimp out of there. That's just my personal opinion. I think everyone should try it. Everyone should try it because it is like an experience and it does taste good. I think it kind of tastes like crab a little bit. Yeah. Or kind of like lobster. Do you think it tastes more like crab or lobster?
I would say it's more like a mild lobster mixed with shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. But yeah, it could get kind of creepy because sometimes you got like the eyeballs on there. So it depends like what people are capable of handling, like, you know, as far as their regular palate.
I'm scared to death of fish, to be honest. It's a phobia of mine for some weird reason. Don't know why. If the fish's head is on, I can't mess with it. I'll pick up a 60, 70-pound salmon by the tail, no problem, if its head's chopped off. But I can't do it if the head's on. I don't know what it is about it. It freaks me out. So I totally get people being afraid of crawfish. I get it.
So you're not going to handle the red snapper there with the big old eyeballs glaring at you?
As long as the eyeballs are chopped off, man, that head's got to be gone. It can't be staring at me.
That is interesting.
Now, do you know Colorado cuisine? Like, are you pretty familiar with like each state's cuisine? Like, because there's unique regions.
No, I'm not too familiar with Colorado's cuisine. I've been to Denver a couple times, and I was vegan at the time when I was there. So I can't remember the few places that I stopped, but bigger names out there. And I mean, it was great. It was a cool food scene, but I don't think I've ever actually got to enjoy it very much. My mom lives out there now, actually in Denver.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But other than that, no, I haven't really checked it out. But tell me about it, please. I would love to know more.
One of the delicacies here is the Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go there.
Well, but it is. Now, I'm sure, I don't know if you've ever tasted them, Brad, but they're, I like them.
They're rubbery.
It's an acquired taste. They're sometimes served as beef chips where they'll kind of thin slice the bull or the ram testicle, and then they fry it and you eat it with like a cocktail sauce. It's really rich flavor. I think some people just get grossed out by what it is.
See, I could do it that way. Texture is a really big thing for me, though. If you're saying it's tough, then I don't know. I'm a real big, like, I love steak, but I got to go for a filet. You know, I don't really like biting into something that I just can't. I don't do gristle. I'm a texture man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that on steak. That's why I typically go a little bit on the rare side. I don't want to be chewing on like leather or like a hockey puck.
Absolutely.
You know?
So the Rocky Mountain oysters are okay, all right? But here's the thing. You deep fry anything, it's going to taste basically the same.
You can pan-sear the nuts too.
You know, so I haven't had pan-seared nuts before, but I wouldn't mind. I'll try things. But what I really wanted to talk about was, first of all, how everyone always talks about the Rocky Mountain oysters here in Colorado. But then also, you know, New Mexico, they have hatch chilies, the green hatch chilies. We're close. We have some that as well. And green chili is like a Colorado and New Mexico region dish. Most people don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about it. You cook it with like pork and the green chilies and like flour and then seasoning, basically
cumin.
Yeah, so it's super delicious, but it's not everybody knows what green chili is. And I feel like if I ever moved out of this state,
You'd miss it.
I'll be missing green chili because we put it on everything. I put it on the burrito. They got it on burgers.
Yeah, green chili cheeseburgers, smothered burritos. Everything is smothered in green chili out here.
Green
cheese
chili fries. Yep.
All right.
So have you ever had green chili?
No, I haven't. And now it's on my
Have you heard of it?
list.
Have you heard of it before?
No, not before now. If you're not talking about hatch chilies, then no.
Okay. So I wonder because at Kroger will sell like King Supers. You could buy like hatch green chili here in Colorado, but
It's
they
just
don't.
the chilies. We're like what we're talking about is like a dish that they put together. It's like they cook it with the pork. The pork kind of brings it the flavor. Yeah. It becomes almost like a stew.
What is that one that the like stew green chili that you bought pre-done it?
Santiago's.
Oh, it was Santiago's,
which is a Denver chain.
Oh, okay, so that's why that's out here.
But yeah, I mean, going back to like the regional foods, like Texas for me, because we got to talk barbecue now. If we're talking food, we got to talk barbecue, and I got to ask every chef that's ever been on the show, what region has the best? I've heard Carolina, I've heard Kansas City, I've tasted it all. I'm going Texas.
You know, I love barbecue. Again, I'm a big texture person, so I've never been a huge fan of brisket, ribs, anything like that. I haven't appreciated it until I've been older. You know, the guy that I've had out here is probably my favorite, and that would be Chris Austin. So don't quote me. I would look up Chris Austin, but I think I want to say Memphis. Yeah, he's from somewhere down south though, and we hit it off. We actually shared our first commissary kitchen together when I started my pop-up 4 years ago. And yeah, he's a great dude, and I honestly think whatever style he's doing is literally just the best, hands down. But yeah, plenty of Austin barbecue, of course. You know, I've got to say, I mean, being from Texas, it's yeah, Austin. I got to give a shout out to them.
So, like, what is it the barbecue sauce?
It's a style. Like I feel like in Texas with brisket, they'll wrap it in the butcher paper. You know, where Kansas City is more known for burnt ends. I feel like Carolina is known for like very vinegary pulled pork.
Okay.
And then the Memphis style, like you're talking about, I feel like is kind of a blend between like Carolina, Alabama, and Texas all together. Like the Tennessee barbecue is pretty good.
Yeah, it's killer. He just has a massive custom smoker, and it's always going. His restaurant is actually on the way home. So every time I pass him, he's just billowing smoke out there, chilling and smoking meat, man. It's the life, truly. Got to do what you love.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite things. But that's a good segue into, a lot of viewers are tuning in, of course, because they've seen you on a popular TV show called Hell's Kitchen. And let's kind of dive into that and your journey of how you ended up there. You know, you talked about your pop-up. What's that journey kind of look like? Yeah,
man. You know, I started the pop-up 4 years ago and got into, doing a lot of finer dining ones at wineries and whatnot. And it was really more the direction I kind of want to take and have been wanting to take. And my friend had told me his friend was on Hell's Kitchen. And I thought that was really cool. I started watching Cody's season 19. And then I actually reached out to another contestant on that season, Mary Lou, because my mom was like obsessed with her. She loved that season. And she was like, you should do a pop-up with Bayou on the Bay. And she tagged me in one of her posts. And she reached out to me. I reached out to her. We got together and we did a pop-up. And then through that, I also reached out to Cody afterwards, and we started doing pop-ups, and we hit it off immediately. It was great. And yeah, he hit me up one day and said, would you be okay if I gave the Hell's Kitchen, casting people your name? And I was like, why? And he was like, well, they're looking for someone to go on the show. And it went from there. I got a call later that day from the casting agents, and yeah, that was a wild interview and process to get on the show in general. It was insane.
Okay, that's an interesting story because basically through the love of food, you found a couple people, did some collaborations, and then your technique and what you're creating was basically like your portfolio. Cause then out of nowhere, Cody's like, hey, I got an opportunity for you. Like you weren't even like actively seeking that.
No, I wasn't. And
Wow.
I'm really glad that it came about because it set off something, and I'm really stoked to continue to show what I've got on the show and do more. So,
Yeah, Cody's a super cool guy. We still got you here pretty clear, but you still got us.
yes, there we go. Sorry about that.
Perfect. No, you're good, man.
Good old Zoom technology.
Hey, we're talking states apart, but we are together on this conversation. Cody Candelario, super cool guy.
Solid lad.
He's one of the most humble people that I've met. I just want to give him a quick shout out and
Huge
thanks,
shout out.
for creating this conversation.
Yep.
But also just for believing in what we do here at Discussion Combustion. We talk to a lot of creators and entrepreneurs, and you could tell that Cody cares. He gave us free advice, and we actually changed how we do some of our clipping and stuff based on advice he gave us. And
he knows his stuff.
Yeah, so it's cool to interact with people like that, where you can tell that they're genuine, that they want to help, and it's just to help. It's not for any external factors. Or so Mary Lou was cool too.
Yeah, we've had both of them on the program, which that's kind of fun. It's like a big chef web that we've intermingled with for a while. And that's what led you to being on the program. So I'm excited to tune in and kind of watch how this season is going to continue. I haven't seen the first 2 episodes. I've seen a little bit of your scallop dish there that didn't go up.
Yeah. That was wild. I really wish at least that it would have made it into Gordon Ramsay's mouth. That's all I was asking.
Yeah, so that's got to be, and I've asked a couple chefs this question. How does that feel to cook for Gordon Ramsay?
Oh man, it truly was just so crazy. He first walks in and you're doing your signature dish and he's just looking right over your shoulder like nothing's going on. And I tried as hard as I could to just act like it was any other chef, like it was just a stage or like I was doing my thing, but there's no way, I'm freezing up like, oh gosh, that's him. He's towering over me with his hair. He's 6'7". I don't know.
Okay.
That's not facts, but he is, he's massive, and it's just, it was wild, truly he's the most down to earth dude outside of the, getting yelled at, which of course any chef that, of that caliber, they get like that during service, so it really wasn't different than anyone else being a great dude. And then when it comes down to it, he's just on his shit, he knows what he wants. So it's give it to him, go.
Yeah, that's a wild experience because it could be a little surreal when you're meeting someone that you've seen a bunch of times, but never truly interacted with, like yourself.
Yeah.
And, how long did it last before you're like, all right, it wore off. I'm in warrior mode right now. We're cooking this up. We're making this happen.
I think truly after the first night of dinner service, when we're all kind of in manic panic mode, getting to know the whole menu, but not knowing what station we're going to get thrown into. We have it all in our heads, thinking of the dishes all day, and then you get thrown into that one station. Once I've got familiar with the kitchen itself, I felt a lot better. So I'd say after that first service, I felt a little bit more comfortable around him, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a learning curve with the cameras too, right? Because normally when you're cooking, unless your buddy's filming you, you got all these big cameras in your face. There's lights. That's got to feel a little bit different than the normal kitchen, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They kept the cameras out of the kitchen for the most part, or totally, pretty much. They were in the dining room and they were watching us from there. But there is everywhere you look, little bulbs, little cameras everywhere. You look up and the mirrors in front of you are double mirrors. There's people standing back there filming it all. It's it's wild to know that from every angle you're being watched. It's what am I going to do to mess up? What are they going to put on? What's what's not going to make it on air? It's
so did you have did you have a flow state moment where you were like cutting and preparing and like just your slices were like so perfect and you're just like in this flow state? Do you feel like you had a night where you were just in the zone? And maybe you can't talk about that because the episodes are still airing. So
yeah, I could only talk about the first two. But I can say on the first episode when I did my signature dish and I was slicing into my duck, and after that first cut, I realized that I had nailed it. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like that, I felt like I stood up like a foot taller, let my
after the duck slice
go. Like, yeah, I was just like, oh man, all right, I cooked it perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I've never cooked duck. That's actually something I haven't messed with. I've done a lot of cooking with Kevs. I am by no means a chef, but I like to goof around on the weekends and do smoking and stuff. But I've never done duck.
Yeah, duck's an interesting one. It's one of those things. Again, I'm a real big texture person, so I mean, as long as the fat is rendered right, you nailed it for me. But
now, what is your favorite texture? Like, is it like a noodle?
As far as like texture goes, I'd say crunchy for me.
You're all about the crunch.
Yeah, I love crunch. But
so you'd like a tuna noodle casserole with the crunch on top.
Yeah, hell yeah. That sounds great.
That does sound good. That does sound good.
Yeah, no.
So like what's
sorry,
go ahead.
My mac and cheese, I like crispy fried onions on top of it, to give it that like extra texture of like just that bite, It's not to say that I don't love mac and cheese by itself, but if there's an option for something savory and crunchy on top, hell yeah, I'm going for it.
So you knew when it was like, all right, I got to do my signature dish. I'm going duck. Like you knew right away. Like if I nail this thing on the cook, it's going to be the dish.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was basically making sure that duck rendered right and that the skin came out crispy. And yeah, I nailed the cook on it, nailed the skin. The sauce went with it perfect. So yeah.
Oh, it sounds delicious. I'm not even hungry right now.
So many times before the show, though. That was like
nice.
The only thing on my mind was nail this,
And it got a perfect score, didn't it?
Yeah, that it did. It paid off.
I mean, it's coming out of the gates hot there.
That is a big congratulations moment. I'm going to do an over-under on this. Okay? You put chips on your sandwich.
Oh.
I'm going over.
My sandwich, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, are you doing like a cheese, like the nacho cheese Dorito on the sandwich? I guess it depends on the chip, depends on what type of sandwich.
Dude, honestly, I grew up on bologna sandwiches, and it was like bologna, American cheese, mayo, mustard, and Ruffles. Just straight up Ruffles. Like, I mean, I'll go with other chips. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But the OG style, like what brings me back to childhood, is just Ruffles.
Yeah, there's something so satisfying because you like make that perfectly shaped sandwich and then you put the chips on it and you like crunch it. And it's like, there's something about that. But you really got to be committed to finishing that sandwich in that moment because I don't know if those chips are going to last.
They get soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 10 minutes later, it's not the same situation.
I wonder what percentage of Americans have actually put chips on the sandwich.
I would say over 30%.
Only over 30.
Yep.
If not on, at least taking a bite of sandwich and then curiously taking a bite of a chip at the same time, like they had to have somewhat.
Yeah.
It might even be higher than 30 if we're going that route.
I'm really hoping we inspire some chip sandwich combos.
We're getting the wheels turning for sure. But here's the important question that I need to know, Bradley, is your stance on pickles. Because I have a serious pickle problem.
Dude, I will eat any kind of pickle.
I knew it.
I love it. Pickled meat, pickled eggs, pickled veg, pickled fruits. I love it, man. I pickle everything.
It's so good. And like, I love the pickle flavored chips, the pickled flavor, everything. Look, I even got pickle PJs going on, Bradley. I went full send pickle.
I'm about to check those out on Amazon when we're done.
Dude, you got to get them.
You got undies too, right?
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to really air out all my dirty laundry, no pun intended.
So out of the jarred pickles, I got to go with Dave's. I got to go with the spicy Dave's chips, like the chip pickles.
Those are up there.
Spicy Dave's. That's my top.
Spicy Dave's.
Yeah.
I have to go with the classic crunch with the Clausen.
Are you going Spear?
Clausen Spears. I mean, I'll eat any pickle. Who's kidding who? But if we're like ranking them, I got to put Clausen in there.
But the Spear,
yeah,
because like I feel like the Spear is harder to eat with things. Like you can't place a Spear on the sandwiches easily as like a chip.
Oh no, that's why I have the dill pickle chips on the sandwich with a Spear on the side.
Oh, you're double pickling.
Double down on the pickles.
Okay.
I have a really hard time picking favorites. I feel like I grew up on Best Made for the most part. Right, that's the one with the little head on it with the hair. But recently I've been really into, don't judge me, Bubby's bread and butter pickles.
Ooh,
Bubby's bread and butter pickles.
I'm the biggest fan of bread and butter. I love all pickles really, but yeah, that's been my go-to recently.
That's interesting because I'm sure some of our dill pickle fans are probably like, ooh, he's going with the bread and butter because that's a totally different flavor profile.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't put that on my palate right now.
Bread and butter, it's almost like sweeter. Wouldn't you describe it as kind of a sweeter pickle?
Yes, 100%. It's definitely it's made to like complement like a salty, savory slice of bread with butter.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
You're gonna have to try those, Art.
I do.
It's like a sweet tang. It's not like no, I'm not gonna describe it right.
Yeah, it's one of those things you're just gonna have to try. But like I feel like pickles are really starting to circulate. Like pickle sandwiches are a thing now. Like where you're using the pickle as essentially the bread source.
Pickle buns, yes.
Yeah, the pickle buns. I'll tell you what I did is I took the thin slice pickles and I kind of dried them out. I put them on parchment paper with cheese and kind of almost like mimicked a bread like that and used that as the bread and made a pickle sandwich that way. If you can get it crispy enough without like sogging out the pickle, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we get customers every once in a while at our pop-up asking for like a keto shell, and we'll do on the flat top, we'll do just the cheese as the like tortilla itself. And by the end of the night, I'm like, I kind of want one of those. It's honestly delicious for what it is.
So we had a long conversation. We've been doing this podcast over 6 years. And like in the first year, we were doing Would You Rathers on the podcast. Okay. And we had one come up, which is just a classic. And it is, would you rather never have bread again or never have cheese again?
Oh,
so I got to know which way you're going on that.
I mean, how dare you for asking that? Terrible to ask someone that kind of question. But truly, I'd go no bread. Straight up.
Yeah. Because you could do what you do with the cheese. You could like make the bread with the cheese.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I can't go without cheese. There's just no way. I mean,
I'm with you. You got to believe in a cheese for sure.
I mean, I could give up bread as long as I can still eat pasta.
Yeah, but then what about pizza? Because now you got to do cauliflower crust. You can't really have like the bread,
Hey,
so there's a lot of things.
If I could at least do something alternative like that, then I'd still go for it.
I think the cauliflower crust pizzas are really good.
Got to get them crispy.
And I don't feel like it makes me as bloated as the Red Baron.
Well, Red Baron's full of God knows what.
Yeah, legal drugs.
You could also put cheese on everything. You can't put bread on everything.
That's a good point. And I'm not usually the guy like at the table when breadsticks come around. I don't get as excited as some people do. I get too full on the bread.
Well, it depends what you got to dip it in.
It's usually bread and butter.
If you got some good dip.
Yeah, on the other end of that though, you can put everything on bread. So,
This is quite a debate. Yeah, I'm sure the viewers are screaming at us.
I think in the past I've kept the cheese. I don't know. That is a really tough one. That's a tough one.
I know. You just hit a chef with that question. It's like, what are you doing to me?
So have you like gotten any secret family recipes that like you like had in your arsenal?
So recently I've been doing a series on my great grandmother's like hand-me-down cookbook, which isn't like her cookbook, but it's from the Lafayette area in Louisiana, and it's like 1960s recipes. So that's been really fun. But the one recipe that I do have from my great grandmother specifically is her beignets. And
Oh,
yeah, we do those every Sunday at the farmers market out here where we live. It's really cool to like kind of have that because it's not like the Cafe du Monde beignet, and some people would argue it's not even really a beignet because it's like totally hollow on the inside. It's kind of like just the crusty like cakey shell, and the whole inside is just like hollow, and it's great. You just dust that with powdered sugar, and it's perfect. But the Cafe du Monde ones are kind of cakey. I don't know if you've ever had a beignet that's like it's kind of like poofy the whole way through. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't get raised on those kind of beignets, so for me, that's like a true beignet. So that's like my favorite recipe that I've actually had passed down and carry on with me.
I don't know if I've ever tasted one. I'm not sure. I had to have. I mean, it's in passing. I've had to have had one at some point. Are you looking it up right now?
yeah. I had to look up beignets because I'm like, I swear I've eaten this, but I can't picture it. And so the internet helped me. And so this is like, so if anyone's in your area, they could go to the farmer's market on Sunday and eat your beignets.
Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen cook beignets.
Hell yeah, man.
Do you have that do you have that up?
What's that?
Do you like have that up like Hell's Kitchen chef beignets? And then people are like, what?
I wasn't allowed to until recently, and it's been crazy because that filmed in June of last year, and I've been like screaming internally, like to just let it out, and finally I'm able to at least be like, Hell's Kitchen season 24, Chef Bradley. I'm like, woo! So,
hell yeah.
It's been fun to be able to say that now, and yeah, it has had a good like little draw on the business, and that's yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm stoked.
That's terrific. That's really exciting. Now, do you do like watch parties? Like, are you going to do one tonight for episode 3?
Yes. We've been doing alternating weeks at our regular pop-up spots and just doing watch parties. We're going to be doing watch parties every Thursday through the season. So there is if they're airing the same way they did last season, there's like a hiatus during like holiday seasons because obviously no one's going to want to watch during like Christmas week or what, so they take a good break during the holidays, and it ends up the finale is in February of next year if it's like they aired last year. So
I kind of like they do it that way because like I feel like shows drop now and then people can just binge all 15, 20 episodes, whatever it is. This like builds up the intensity
on that. Yeah.
Okay. She's like, just drop them all. And you're like, no, spread them out.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I like the slow burn. Okay. Because it teaches discipline. It gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah. No instant gratification.
Yeah. And it's just, there's something nice about having something to look forward to. And like, oh yeah, what am I going to do tonight? Oh yeah, I'm going to watch this episode of Hell's Kitchen. Yeah. I've been looking forward to this all week, and then like maybe it inspires dinner.
Yeah. I mean, especially with how prevalent like social media and screens are in our lives nowadays anyways, I think it is really good to try to practice patience with that in general, because if you just binge it, then you're already like, okay, what can we watch now? What can we, and it's like, okay, yeah, give me a break. So I kind of forget about TV for a minute. And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's like 3 more episodes before we, so.
Well, also, okay, so I just thought about this. So you're sitting here, you're looking forward to the next episode. You're thinking about the last episode. You're like more invested. I believe that your memory of a fully encapsulated episode is greater, opposed to like, I just binged 4 episodes. Like what happened in each episode, I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, now you have a week to digest it.
Yeah, and it kind of like when you binge stuff, I don't think like you actually get to enjoy it as much because
you're just rushing through it.
Overdoing it. Yeah.
That's the point.
And it's harder to like remember stuff.
Truly.
So, I'm team release it weekly. just like weekly episodes of Discussion Combustion. And have you been on other podcasts that we could kind of promote too? Are you doing other shows right now?
No, actually, this is my first podcast. So,
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Hey, we've popped some pod cherries in the past, and we are happy to do it with you too. So, hey, we're in Colorado, as you know, and we have this studio space. And next time you come out to see your mama, you got to come get on this couch.
Come to the studio. Cody sat on that couch. We had a great time with him.
Yeah, we'll get you in.
We got to get you on the couch.
Beautiful. Yes, I would love to. Absolutely.
Put us on the list next time you're in Denver. Yeah, let's make it happen, man.
Yeah, and when stuff like that happens, we'll just, normally we record on Wednesdays, but we can work around schedules and stuff to make it happen. So yeah, just keep us in mind next time you're in Denver, man, because it would be great to see you in person. And
I'm gonna be thinking about those beignets now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, is a beignet
area? Please come get some food. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Where are you located? So yeah, that's actually a good idea. So where can we drive like traffic to? Where are you guys located?
We live in Sonoma County, a little town in West County called Sebastopol, and we do pop-ups all around Sonoma County. It's about 45 minutes to an hour north of San Francisco, and it's smack dab in the heart of wine country. Super beautiful, but yeah, Cody's out here, so if you guys ever make it out, we've both got places for you, and
nice.
Yeah, we'll make it work, dude.
Let's do it. That sounds awesome. Have you been to Sonoma Raceway? Did you go to the NASCAR race there in June?
No, I have driven past it plenty of times. I've never actually stopped there or been inside. But
you got to see a race there next year. Maybe I'll come out for the race next year and we'll link up.
Dude, that'd be dope. I'm not even into racing, but everyone that tells me, they're like, you don't have to be, dude. You're there and you're just like, whoa. So yeah, I'd love to.
It's fantastic. When I'm not doing Discussion Combustion, I do Mash the Gas podcast. So free plug for my other show there. We cover NASCAR. We are one of the top rated NASCAR podcasts in the country. So would love to come out there and take you to a race, man. That'd be super fun.
Yeah.
And something cool about the NASCAR event is,
yeah, because you've been.
Yeah, I've been to them, and I'm not a race fan either. But there's a new appreciation that you gain when you feel and you hear all of those engines ripping. Like there is horsepower happening on the track. Yeah. And then also, like, it's not like a football game where like you got two different fan bases and everyone's like, yo, F you, no, screw your team. Everybody's actually really chill at the NASCAR events because there's like teams of drivers. So it's like you got one team and there's multiple drivers underneath that. And you might be a fan of a couple different drivers. And so like everyone's like really nice, just having a great time. You could even bring in a lot of the racetracks, you could bring in like your
own booze.
Yeah, your own like 6-pack or whatever
you
want.
Party. It's
party. Cool. It's a really fun time, and just experiencing that firsthand is it's just like anything. Like when you take a video of something and it's not the same. Yeah, it's just not the same. It's actually being there.
Totally.
Yeah. We're putting on the list for 26. We're taking
Sonoma.
Yeah, let's go to Sonoma.
I'm down.
Great excuse to go out there. I got some friends over at Rodney Strong too, so we can make a whole thing of it.
Oh, okay. I like that.
That sounds good. But most important part, where do the viewers go? Plugs, anything you want to drop? Obviously, we're going to be rooting you on Thursday nights on Fox over there at Hell's Kitchen Season 24. Where do the viewers go to get in touch?
Instagram, Chef Bradley Bayou. We also have bayou.onthebay on Instagram. That is our business page. And I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. So, check it all out. I've been putting out behind the scenes. My scallop dish that didn't make it up for judging is out now. That's been a pretty cool behind the scenes because that didn't make it to camera at all. Just doing my Southern Something series, throwing out 60s recipes from Nana's cookbook, just pushing stuff, come check me out.
Love it.
Yeah, we'll leave links for all of those below. What do you think about if we're ranking all of the social medias? Which one do you feel like is the most beneficial for you as far as like a user, not a business promoter, but like you're using the social media? Which one do you like the most?
I would say truly nowadays it's Instagram for me.
Yeah.
I think that generates the most. of anything. Brand deals, I mean, following, views, everything. I mean, it's just kind of, that's where most people spend their time, it seems. So I know there's billions of different platforms at this point, hyperbolizing, sorry. But yeah, I think Instagram is where it's at.
So like, I'm always just trying to impact my algorithm, and that's by liking intentionally, disliking things. And I don't know, we talk a lot about people getting off their phones here, but it's just a nice reminder to say, like, you can curate your algorithm and like choose what pops up on there. And all I know is I'm about to be seeing a lot of cooking on there.
Oh yeah. Those are my favorite videos. That's what I do on social media. That's literally where I don't doom scroll. I just cook scroll. I get pulled into it.
Oh yeah. I do a little bit of both, but recently I've been more focused on the cook scrolling. So
Makes sense. Well, hey man, thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us here at Discussion Combustion. Great episode. Good to get to know you a little bit, man. Looking forward to probably meeting you next year, or when you're in Denver, if you come to Denver before then. It'd be great to meet you in person.
Yep. We'll do something in the future for sure. This is gonna be our last time together. So
this is the start of something great.
Yeah, if you're in the Sonoma area and you're looking for a farmer's market, then go check out this boy's beignets. Hell kitchen cooked. Man, that's fantastic. I want to try one. Pleasure getting to know you. I can't believe how quick time went by on this episode. I feel like I was just starting to like roll with the punches
truly,
here
man.
and getting
I'm
to know you better, man.
All right, we're going. All right, cool.
So yeah, we got to catch up soon. And we wish you luck. I know you know, but you can't tell us right now, but we wish you luck in the season, and we'll be rooting for you, man.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much. It was great to meet you both. I hope you got
We'll talk soon.
You
Good
too.
to yourselves. You deserve it.